Welcome back to another episode of The Healer Jeff. I usually don't have an intro, but I was feeling creative right now, so I thought, you know what? I've been told I'm creative, I might as well act like it, right? But, anyways, when my brother and I were in high school, now, he and I had, back then, we had different tastes in music. Now that we're both older and grown, our tastes in music are somewhat the same, but but like I mentioned in the previous video, he still thinks I'm a weirdo, or he thinks that my taste in music's kind of weird because I listen to everything. I listen to I don't have a stereo or anything, but when I study, I listen to lo-fi, I listen to R&B, I listen to choir music, Gregorian chant. I listen to rap, but very rarely. Mostly I listen to I don't know what genre it is, but there's an artist out there called Armin. He's like a Christian rap artist. Sometimes I listen to him. But usually, like all the secular artists, Drake, Gunna, uh, 8 Glam, The Weeknd, Roddy Ricch, Party Next Door, Kid Cudi. The list goes on. Back when we were in high school, my brother listened to those artists. I didn't. I listened to more. Instrumental music, like Rufus Del Sol, Linux. Um, there was a third and another one. I just don't have the name off my head. Vandalo, like those kind of, just vibe music. But I remember when he listened to, the whole point why I'm talking about this is he listened to, there was an album out there called, I think it was by Justin Bieber. He listened to Justin Bieber. And there was a song he would play when we got in the car. He would play, it was called I'll Show You by Justin Bieber. And, he listened to a lot of music. And I never understood, like he listened to Drake too, like the One Dance song. There's I Need a One Dance, Got a Hennessy, those songs. And I would be sitting in the car thinking, why would you listen to music that doesn't really have a melody? But now that I got older, I thought, okay, well, it is secular music, but I kind of see the hype about it now, where, again, the weirdo instinct kicking in, I understand why people would like this kind of off the beaten path type of music that doesn't really have a melody. But in one of the artists he listened to, Justin Bieber, the song I'll Show You, I remember that song because he would play it a lot. And the lyrics that stood out to me in that song, I don't know why it took me so long to get to this part, but the lyrics in that song, I actually remembered it, was my life is a movie, everyone's watching. Alright? And he says, my life is a movie and everyone's watching. Let's get to the good part. Something, something, something. It's like they want me to be perfect. Sometimes it's hard to do the right thing because they want me to be perfect. They don't even know that I'm hurting. Something like that. Alright, guys? Go look up the song. I'm not going to do that because I'm not really a fan of Bieber. But that's the lyrics to that song that really stood out to me because I recalled them in my head. This message really stood out to me because my life is a movie. Alright? I'll give him credit for that. I'll give Bieber credit for that. You know, when he says, my life is a movie and everyone's watching, right? As a chosen person, as a person who's weird, as a person who stands out from the crowd without even trying, and I try to conform, but it never works, so I just learn to not care. I've tried to date or do relationships, not specifically dating to get in a relationship, but I never dated to do a relationship, and I never dated to hook up or do any of that degenerate stuff either. I usually dated to get the vibe of what this girl was about, and then based on that, I would either, you know, cut her off or maybe keep seeing her. And what my experience was is that no matter what I did, if the girl had a good vibe, she ghosted. Cool. I would have to walk away. If we went on a date and I instantly could tell she was looking for a fun time, I had to walk away. Another time, I had a couple girls or one girl actually, she was asking the what were we question, the age-old what are we question. And I knew that she was, relatively a low, she wasn't on my level. She was just, a secular person, but she had a good personality, so I kept entertaining her. Eventually, she walked away, and I had to accept that because I realized, you know what? No matter how these people are, no matter how these girls are, for example, they're not me, and they're not going to ever understand me. I'm always going to be the sore thumb. I'm always going to be the person that sticks out, without even trying. And those experiences fit into the scene of my life, which is a movie. All right, it all ties together. When I look back on those scenes, I'll call those chapters, like when you watch a movie and you click the chapter to where you left off on. Those chapters in my life taught me a lot because it all makes sense. It's made sense to me for a while now, but I'm just trying to think back on this now and share with you guys that, and myself filming this, video, that it all makes sense because it's like these events were telling me that, Jeff, warning. I wouldn't say danger, but I would say for sure it was a warning light, a warning symbol that, hey, this isn't going to work, man. Hey, these people they're not you. And not that I'm better than them, but they're not worse than me either. It's just that they haven't figured it out, and they probably never will. That's why if you're like me, we're always alone and single. We're self-reliant. Even if we rely on other people for help or for, somewhere to live or, to borrow their car or something, the first thing on my mind, I'll speak for myself, is that whenever I borrow my parents' car, when my car's in the shop or when I have to, it's out of commission, I have to work on it later, when those situations occur, my first thought is, okay, I've got to get this car back. I got to give their car back. When are they going to get their car back? When am I going to fix my car so they can get their thing? When am I going to move out of here? They don't want me here, so I got to leave. When I lived with my grandparents, it was like that. And so eventually I left, but it's like, we're self-reliant. Even when we borrow from people, when we accept favors, we know that it's not going to last anyway. Like, we're going to have to leave. We're going to have to, give their item back, give their car back, even if we really, really need the help and appreciate the help. They don't see it the same way we do. They want to help us because we're chosen and we're special, and they just want that blessing, that, oh, I helped Jeff. I helped Jeff. Now look, guys, I helped Jeffrey. And everyone's like, oh, wow, you helped him? Damn. You helped that weirdo? Oh, damn, bro, we feel for you, man. That guy's a weirdo. You helped him? Oh, we'll give you credit. But, the people like me who really, this isn't supposed to be a pity party. I'm just saying the facts here. This is part of my movie, right? Or my life movie, I call it. Okay? These events that take place are an example. They literally have helped paint a picture It's like reading a book. I can now see everything about my life up until now, of course, because the journey is still going, right? The journey, I have a long way to go, okay? And, hold on, my laptop cut out. All right, there we go. There we go, cool. That's just how it is, guys. It's never ending, and it's a part of the cross we carry, all right? That's why I said in one of my videos prior, don't give up. You know, you weren't brought this far to be dropped off. And I really believe I wasn't brought this far to be dropped off. Like, God really wants me to do something. He has a plan for my life. I know that sounds cheesy. Maybe I have false hope right now, but it's true. Like, I'm here to make an impact. And the more I love myself and choose myself, the more I can help other people love and choose themselves if they're like me and they understand, right? And if people who aren't like me and aren't like you, they don't understand because they don't want to be saved. Like that J. Cole song, she doesn't want to be saved, blah, blah, blah. It's not gender specific, right? When I reference that song, I'm just saying in general, they don't want to be saved, okay? No, they don't want to, you know, they don't see that, they don't get it. And it's not their fault, I guess. But when people like me try to help them, it never ends well. So that's why I've chosen to be alone and by myself, self-reliant. I try to be kind to people in my family, but I usually just keep to myself. In fact, right now I'm on spring break from school. So when I'm not working, I got time on my hands, and I thought, what a better time to work and build this channel, put my entrepreneurial skills to work, and one day it's gonna pay off. I know it's gonna pay off. And the funny thing is, guys, I didn't start this channel, or if nobody's watching right now, I'll talk to myself here. I started this channel for you, all right, Jeffrey, okay? If no one's viewing this video, I'll talk to myself. Because I love and value myself, despite what everyone gaslights me into thinking otherwise, or how they treat me. I love myself and value myself enough to where I'm worthy of trying to forge my own path. I'm worthy to try, at least try. And this is one step toward my journey, you know. And I've had signs in the past too. I remember when I was 8 or 9 years old, my grandpa, he had one of those iPod Touch 2, the second gen. And I remember the first app I went on his iPod was YouTube. I was only 8 years old. I didn't even really know what it was. But I clicked YouTube on there and it popped open and I thought, whoa, what's this? And my grandpa was telling me it was when the app was old. It had the brown TV on the app. It was really old, iOS 2 or something, iOS 3. And the YouTube app was a brown little TV with a play button on it, okay? And I remember clicking it and opening up, and I just saw the things that search for anything here. And my grandpa was saying it's a app where you get to watch people make videos, and I thought that was so cool. All right, and I guess I'm hyping myself up right now, but he told me, and I was searching like BMX bikes or something, and a bunch of games came up, like people playing these old pixelated video games on YouTube, like putting them on YouTube, okay? And this is back in 2010 or 2008, no, 2010, and 2009. And fast forward to now, or last year actually, I started this channel, and I'm really proud that I did it, because even if nothing comes of it, it doesn't become anything, I'm still going to post videos, because this is good. This is something I need to know. This is something I can look back on 50 years from now and watch myself and how I grew. And for those of you who are watching, this is going to be really helpful. I hope I helped you with this advice. Look, I'm not a guru, but if you have any questions or you need advice for anything, you can just type in the comments, and obviously I'll get back to you, because I really want to help people when I have time. So with that being said, everyone, we're at like the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna end it here because my laptop's getting hot. Um, Take care. Thanks for tuning in. If anyone's watching this video, I appreciate you. Feel free to like or comment or subscribe, even better. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll catch you next. All right.